Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me again this morning. Today, we're going to be talking about the three Ds. The three Ds are depersonalizing, decluttering, and discarding. What I wanted to talk to you about this morning when it comes to that is well, we talked about staging your home and how beautiful we want it to look. But part of making sure your home is beautiful is getting rid of things in your home that is going to create a sense of clutter. We all live with special things in our home that are dear and close to us, right? We have our special collections that we have. I know I have a collection of mugs. My cabinet is full with a collection of mugs that I like to collect. Another buyer come in might not appreciate my collection. There are people that I've seen, they have car collection, they have shoe collection, all of those things. So what I say to you is you got to depersonalize the space. You may have that wonderful piece of art that your family and friends appreciate. However, someone coming into your space may not, well, even though they may appreciate it, you don't want them to remember the art. You want them to remember the home. So you want to depersonalize. Remember I said about adding splash of color? Splash of color that's not personal is important. So you go through the house and you depersonalize as much as possible. All those photo albums that you have, wonderful pictures of the family. When friends come over or family come over, they love going through those books and just reminiscing. However, to a buyer coming in, that's your space, that's your thing. So they're not feeling that sense of putting their things in the space. So you want to depersonalize and keep it as streamlined as possible. You also want to make sure you're getting rid of all those papers. If you're anything like me, I had what I used to do is when the countertop or wherever I was working had too much paper, I would get a bin and I'd put them in there. And I'd say when I'm watching TV, I'll go through it. Well, one day I looked and I had three big bins of papers to go through. So start going through those papers now. Start, getting rid of the clutter on your countertop, making sure that you're not getting rid of any items that are important. The things that I like to tell people to do when you're getting through and trying to declutter is start with the smallest task first, because then you get a sense of accomplishment. You may want to go through the bathroom and clutter is everything. I went through my bathroom one day and I found that there were things that I hadn't used in so long that they had expired. So you want to go through and just clean out everything and only put back the things that you know you're going to use on a regular basis. All the different lotions and everything on top of um, your cabinet in your bathroom, you want to clear those out. All the towels on the towels rack and everything, you want to get rid of those as much as possible. Only leave the things that you need. I always say start with your smallest and then go to your most complex. In your kitchen, one of the things that I say is when you go through your kitchen, if you have all those dishes for family functions or you just have different plates, different styles that you like to use from time to time, go through and pick out the ones that you know you'll be using. What I'll say to a family of four is if there's four of you, there should be four, no more than eight forks. If everybody wants to have two, if there's one in the dishwasher and one that they can use, but no more than eight. No more than eight plates, no more than eight cups. So you go through and as you use them, you're making sure you're washing them so that you don't have the whole gamut of things that you normally have in your kitchen. All the pots and pans, only take out the ones that you're using on a regular basis, and everything else consider storing them. Then when you go to your bedroom, well, let me go back to the kitchen. Your pantry, you want to go through the pantry and clean out all the groceries and stuff that you've had in there. And if there's something that you haven't used, you want to just donate them. Go through your cabinets, your pot cabinets, your pantry, your grocery cabinets, because what happens is when people come, they are going to open these and because they kind of want to see what they have for storage. So they're going to be opening them, not to be nosy about your items, but they just want to make sure, do I have enough storage here? If you have in your kitchen, sometimes on your counter, you may have pest control items or something like that. Not necessarily that you have pets, but you may pest, but you may have pest control contraptions under your sink. Get rid of those. Um, Even though you don't have a pest problem, when people see that, they automatically think that might be a pest problem. So you want to get rid of those. What else in the kitchen? There's a list of all of these items in my book. So if you order the book, there's a list of great to do things. Then you start with your bedroom. You want to make sure that your closet, you might be like, I have this closet and it's so packed. Every time I need to get in there, I have to push the clothes apart. But I promise you, you're probably only wearing 20% of the clothes that's in that closet 80% of the time, the 80-20 rule. So go in and take out everything that you haven't worn in a long time. I'm not telling you to get rid of your clothes, but take out the things that you're not wearing, that you haven't worn in a while, and store them or consider donating them, which is the discard piece, right? Consider donating them if you're not going to use them again or you don't see yourself using them again. Um, and just make the closet feel as spacious as possible. If you have a shelf above where you hang your clothes, you want to go in and make, fold the clothes or whatever is up there, making it neat as possible. Because again, people are going in and they're looking to see what space you have. And if it looks congested, they're like, oh, there's not enough space. Even though you may have a whole bunch of stuff in there, and but they're just seeing that it's tight and that there may not be enough space. Um, so I'll make sure you do that for all the bedrooms, the basement, the family room. Oh my gosh, or the living room. Those are places where, especially if you have kids or animals, you'll see toys, games, and all of that stuff. You want to, again, go through the games, go through the toys. There might be broken toys that the kids are not even really playing with. Get rid of those things, the games that you're not using, maybe donate them and discard them. The idea is you're moving, and little by little you just want to be getting rid of things that maybe you don't use on a regular basis, and the things that you do use and you want to keep, maybe this is the time for you to start storing them and putting them in boxes, so the space that you do have look more open. You want to go through your garage. I know a lot of you are like, oh, my garage, that's a, to go through because the garage is where storage go and die, right? I've gone through my garage and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even remember I had this. So you want to go through your garage because you're ultimately going to have to open it, go in and get rid of those things. Why not do it now? So it benefits you when you're putting your house on the market. Why wait until, okay, I got the deal and now I got to move? You want to do it now. So you reap the rewards of clearing out that space and people seeing everything that the house has to offer. I mentioned before, so go through the garage, just take out things. Don't try to do the same with the garage as I would say about the house. Remember, I said start with the smaller task and then go on to the ones that are a lot harder. Don't go and say I'm tackling every area of the garage all at once. Tackle the areas that seems, less daunting. When you finish with that space, then you go to another space and another space. In my garage, I have shelves. So what I would do is I would go and I would tackle each shelf in the garage. And once I feel like, okay, I'm discarding this, I, take away this, I'm gonna keep this. Oh, that's the other thing that I tell people. When you're going through and decluttering, you should have a few boxes. One box is that you're gonna keep, one box that you're gonna donate. You may not donate it, you may decide to give it away, to sell it or whatever. But the idea is you're like, and a maybe box and a trash box. Trash is the stuff that you know for sure you're getting rid of. The maybe box is the box that you're like, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that box right now. And the donate box, you're like, you know what? I'm never going to use that again. I'm going to donate that. And the storage box that are like, yes, I definitely want to keep these things. So you have those four boxes as you're going through each room. And it helps because when you finish the trash box, you already just get rid of it. The maybe box, you might have to go through it again. The donate box, you just take that box and you take it to wherever you may want to donate the items. And the storage box, when it's done, you just neaten it, pack it, and put it to the side. So those are all of the ideas. Like I said, inside the book, there's a list and step by step of items and things that you can do to make it easy for you to depersonalize, declutter. And when I say discard, I mean donate, not just discard, throw away. So it could be either throw away or donate or give away. This part is really important. And the reason it is, each section is really important. But the reason this one is again, it makes your space seem so much freer and the flow is so much nicer because all your stuff is not in there. And it starts you on the process of packing your home. So when you get an offer on your home, how nice it is that all you're doing is packing the stuff that you want to keep, that you want to leave with, instead of now having to go through. So if you're thinking about selling your home and you have some, you want some advice on how to go through the process, I do have a class that I do on decluttering that I would be glad to go through with you. Um, and I would be, glad to just kind of walk through the home and give you some sense of what it is that you can do and how you can facilitate and make this easier for you. I'm your local real estate agent, Janelle Stevens. I will be glad to help you. If you want to do this on your own, the book is there for you. Please click and the link and order the book. If you have any questions, or you're just like, Janelle, can you come by and see and give me some advice on what I need to do? I'd be glad to help you. So don't hesitate to give me a call. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you on chapter 8. Take care.